the idea of spending 10 lakh crore annually from a budget expenditure of 45 lakh crore, isn't it equivalent to a physical disaster? And secondly, what about the middle class? Who's going to beat the tax? They're already giving tax. Why should electricity be free all the time? I mean, why should Parali be out of the climate change green policy and be a responsible global country? I don't even want to get into it that whether political parties are involved or not. That's a job of the political parties. But there has to be some sanity to the demands. You know, it's irrelevant whether political parties are involved or not. In democracy, the job of the political party is to do politics. But the demands are preposterous. I mean, sir, how can you subsidize the entire sector like this? In studio, I am joined by my input editor, Brijesh Pandey. I am joined by political analyst Sanjay Rana, and I am also joined by Sanjay Nath Singh, General Secretary of All India Farmers Association. So let me go to Mr. Singh first. If you look at the chart of the demands, it's pretty simple and reasonable.
I would tend to agree with you, especially from the point of view that every time they're changing the goalposts, as it was happening 2 years ago, as it happened, that every time negotiations would take place, they would change the farmer leaders would change the goalposts. You can't keep adding on and on and on new demands. So that is from that point of view, I would say that it is not the correct way of doing it. Yes, MSP. MSP is something which is quite dear to the farmers of Punjab, Haryana, and parts of Western Uttar Pradesh.
Mr. Singh, can I ask you something point blank? You know,
yeah,
a part of the economy of Punjab and Western UP. Do you think that they are addicted to MSP?
Yes, I think so.
They are addicted to MSP. I think that's a very honest answer. There's another part of this, which is the truth.
And
I would like to read this out to our viewers, sir, first. I'll come to you. I would come to you. For last 2 to 3 years, you know, people are made to believe that MSP is integral to India's agricultural operation. However, that is, you know, if you look at the data, for financial year 20, the total MSP procurement stood at 2.5 lakh crore. That is 6.25% of the total agricultural produce and 25% of the produce under MSP. Sanjay, it means that MSP is not an all India phenomena.
You are, Kartikeya, absolutely right. It's not all India formula which they have implemented. It's implemented in 1965. Till date, what exactly happened? If you look at the graphics, the data which you are showing, total cost, I would say production is 40 lakhs crore, and out of which 10 lakhs crore only for this MSP product is called 23-26 grains, which is coming under this. And out of that, 2.5 lakh crore is purchased under this particular thing. From where we get, if we are going to implement all the demands of the farmers, from where we will get the money? It's approx 10 lakhs crore, the number one. Number two, look at the other demand, which is very unreasonable. They are talking about WTO. They are talking about pension to the farmers, 10,000 rupees for what? They are talking about Magnera increase from 100 days to 200 days. Look at, suppose I am giving example. If you go with a farmer 10,000 per month per farmer, it will cost 6 lakh crore rupees annually. From where we will get the money? Number one. Number two, if you are talking about Magnera, one is going to allocation of additional 1 lakh 40,000, 46,000 crore rupees. This is the economy. How we look at your economy is 35 lakh crore, and out of which, if we are paying to these folks, is coming around 17 lakh crore. What we will do? From where will get the government will get the money? The government is going to increase the taxes portion. Who's going to bear the cost? Please, we need to understand. We should be a reasonable. Suppose if you are, do you have any demand? You can ask for the demand, but we need to look at how we need to compensate that one. There is other ways to increase your revenue, increase your crop, decrease your crop cost and increase your income. But none of the guys are focusing on towards that. They want everything comes under the sun. Government has to bear the cost.
There are two things to it. But first I'll take a reaction from Brijesh. Brijesh, who has kick-started it? Do you think that it's more Punjab-centric politics? Is it India centric? Who has kick-started it suddenly?
Well, I think, this has been brewing for the last 4-5 months because, they were saying that they were waiting for the government to come and start the entire process. And if you remember, this is the third meeting which, the agriculture minister and others had gone, Anurag Thakur and others have gone, Arjun Munda and others have gone to meet these protesting farmers a week back. And again, the meeting was held yesterday, last night, when it completely broke down, and then these farmers started their march with a clarion call of Chalo Delhi. It's a very mixed thing, Kartikeya. The fact is that yes, most of these demand are physical suicides, if I may use the term. But the unfortunate aspect is that, in our politics, people don't pay too much attention to physical prudence. They feel that, government is a karu ka khajana, which you keep on digging in, you can keep on bringing it. It is this political irresponsibility which usually pushes the central government, or any government for that matter. Had it been Congress in power and BJP in opposition, any government, opposition parties don't exercise the political maturity which usually should have come from their side. Today, when you have, say, Rahul Gandhi saying that if the government comes to power, we will give you an MRP and that's my promise to you. All of a sudden this situation becomes all the more explosive. And this laying siege to the Delhi NCR region, it brings back horror memories of the last 13 months, when people who were living in the vicinity, their life turned upside down, for single 2 kilometers,
Okay.
you have to take a detour of 10 kilometers